What's up, guys? My name's TB, and today we're doing another Should You Watch. I really enjoyed this show. So remember a while back when I did my, anime that I was watching for the summer, 2018, there was a show that I really wanted to put on the list, but I felt like I didn't have enough time to watch it. But what ended up happening was there was some shows on my list that I actually dropped because I ended up not liking it. I'm pretty sure which one you can guess that was if you watched that video. But today we're talking about Harukana received. This show really surprised me because, to be honest with you, I thought that this show was going to be another one of those, summer anime ecchi shows where the only reason why this show exists is to show off the girls' bodies and like for you to be a perv and for you to be like, just all into the character designs and the character models, and like for the girls to be put in the situations where all they show is their TNA and stuff like that. But the show is not like that. I would put this show on the same level as Hanebado, which was on my summer anime list. Haikyuu, shows like that. This show actually does a really good job at portraying what it's like to play this sport. But the two main characters of this story is Haruka and Kanata. Haruka is this really tall girl. She's there to visit, I believe it takes place in Okinawa in Japan. She's there to visit her cousin Kanata because her grandmother calls her and says, you should spend a little bit more time with your family. The Kanata would really like it. And Kanata is this girl, she's a really short girl. She's just short in stature pretty much all the way. She's pretty quiet for the most part. She's stern, she's serious. But the thing that makes it most interesting, that sets the first episode, sets the pace for the whole entire rest of the show, is that Kanata used to play beach volleyball. She used to play with, I'm pretty sure her name was Narumi. She had a partner for a really long time, ever since she was a little kid. She reached out to her, became her friend, and said, hey, you want to play beach volleyball with me? Because they wanted to share something in common, build a friendship. They did that, and they won tournaments. They won plenty of games. They were really good, like basically professionals. They could have went all the way, and won tournaments and stuff like that. But something ended up happening, and Kanata actually stopped being partners with her, stopped playing beach volleyball altogether, and that's where Haruka comes in. And the first episode, their house is pretty much right there by the beach, so they always have the opportunity to go on the beach and play volleyball whenever they want to. There was already a net set up there, and they just happened to run into Narumi and her new partner. And when that happens, they decide to play a random game of volleyball. For some reason, Kanata said yes. Couldn't tell you exactly why, because that's her old partner, and she's going to be playing with her cousin who knows basically nothing about volleyball. So they go in there, they play a match, and what they say is, if you can get even 1 point on us, you win the game. You straight up win the game. Doesn't matter how many points we score on you, it doesn't matter how long it goes, if you can score 1 point. And they end up not being able to do it. But throughout this, Narumi basically shows Kanata that like she still cares about her, and she's wondering how she's doing, but like she's on her own. She's doing her own thing now. And that pretty much sets the pace for the whole rest of the show, because Haruka, being the type of person that she is, she's like, no, we're gonna get better, and we want a rematch. We want a rematch once we get better, so we can go against you two again, so we can beat you two. So the whole entire rest of the show is just them showing off like what it's like to play volleyball, what it's like to learn, what it's like, to just be in this sport. And that's really what I think would catch anyone about the show. This show is less about the girls and how they look in their bikinis and how they're playing when the ball bounces and like the stuff, just regular stuff that you would expect from a show like High School DxD and stuff like that. It's not that type of show. So that's basically everything that happens in the first episode. Cousin comes, they chit chat, and then they end up playing, a game of volleyball. So later on, Haruka and Kanata meet these two girls called Claire and Emily Thomas. They're foreign exchange students. They're not from Japan. They look as white as can be. Claire and Thomas have blonde hair. They're really tall. They have blue eyes. They don't really have an accent. They speak like pretty much perfect Japanese. But there's certain times where they do speak English. And I honestly feel like Claire is the best character in this whole entire show. Even though the show is mainly about Haruka and Kanata, like Claire, she's just the best. Her personality is really outgoing. She's really funny. I feel like Claire and Haruka kind of have similar personalities, and Emily and Kanata have like similar personalities, which is cool. They meet each other. Obviously, Kanata knew them already. Like Kanata knew them. You could tell when they meet, but Haruka's new to them, and they basically they help each other throughout the whole entire series to get better. So, you know, because that's what Haruka wants, and Kanata wants it too. You know, they want to get better so they can one day face Narumi and her partner. So throughout the series, they do different things. This is something that I really like about the series. They actually get into like specific moves and things you could do. Like they, in one episode, Haruka and Kanata, they face this team. They're pretty strong, and the one thing that they do that you never saw before is something called top spin. Basically, they hit the ball at an angle, but when they hit it, they go for a spike, the ball spins even more. And if you're on something called down, if you're on a certain part of the court, since they're playing outside, wind is a factor when you're playing, the ball goes even faster because you're hitting the ball downwind on the other side of the court with top spin. That's one of the things that I liked about the show. They actually explain how to play the game, the point system, what's a cut, what's a spike, you know, just like Haikyuu. Like they have their own strategies, and something that actually they go out through one of the episodes, they go out of the way to explain is the fact that volleyball, beach volleyball specifically, because you only have two people, you have you and your partner, the other team has them and their partner, that there's no aces, there's no person who's going to do all of the work. You really have to trust your partner in order for you to actually do good in this sport. And Claire and Emily, they're a really, really good partners. They're sisters, by the way, if you couldn't tell by the picture that I put up there. They are sisters. And that's probably one of the favorite things that I like about this show. Something else that I really like is the character design, specifically the eyes. Every single person in this show has, like, I don't know if you would call it a glint, but they have like something right underneath the eye. It's usually a special color. It's like it's literally green or yellow or blue or purple. Sometimes it's red, but for the most part it's like greenish yellow. Their eyes have a very unique design. I like it a lot. I really do. The one thing that the few things I really like the show. The few things that I don't like is that it's short. A lot of animes are like this nowadays. Like, it's only 12 episodes. The season is only 12 episodes, and it's a manga first. You know, it was originally a manga. It only has 6 volumes, so it pretty much guarantees that there's probably not going to be another season. There's not going to be another season. The manga did well. They made this anime. It's only 12 episodes. It probably drives sales, drives hype for the manga. It happens, you know. I get it, but we're probably not going to get it anymore, most likely. What we got is what we got, and if we read it, then, you know, if you guys want to read it, that would be great, but that's the one thing that's a little bit disappointing. Something else that's a little bit disappointing, they don't really do a time skip, but they kind of show the amount of time that it takes for Haruka specifically to develop her skills into becoming a better volleyball player. I feel like she gets too good too fast. The amount of time that we probably see at some point in the show is a year. A year passes from the first episode to around episode 7 or 8. She gets considerably better. Like, she's probably not on the same level as Kanata, since Kanata is a pro, so is Narumi, but she gets a lot better. Like, a lot better. It's something that, you know, is a minor nitpick. So, would I suggest that you guys watch this show? I would. I really feel like you guys should give this show a chance. It's one of those shows that I feel like slipped by a lot of people this summer. You know, the fall is here. I'm gonna do, you know, a video about what you guys, like, what I am watching, if you guys want to find out, like, what I'm watching for the fall. But this was something that was airing during the summer that kind of slipped my mind, and I feel like it slipped a lot of other people's minds. So I really feel like you should watch this one. It's really good. It's really enjoyable. It's sweet. It's heartfelt. And I feel like everything about it is just, you know, solid anime. You guys should definitely watch this one. Let me know what you guys want me to do or should you watch of next. I have a couple things that I want to put, but if you guys feel like there's something that I really should be watching, then let me know. Put it in the comments and let me know what you guys thought of this video. And I will see you in the next one.